Season's greetings, happy holidays, and a very Merry Christmas to you all. My name is Suzette Vidal, and I just want to say thank you for inviting me to perform for the Christmas Eve Big Believe. I hope you enjoy. Peace.
You have to do like a countdown.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Wait. I was visiting my friends in Buffalo, New York, and they told me that there was a major storm coming. And I enjoy the snow so much, I decided to stay here. Hold up. So I am in Buffalo, where there is more snow than I've ever seen in my entire life. Even though there are lots of people.
You like cookies?
Do I like cookies? I have cookies right here. Oh, Tep, I have cookies everywhere. I have cookie candy. I have candy that tastes like cookies. I like cookies so much. I have cookie toothpaste. Oh, Tep.
Cookie toothpaste.
So we have many people who are going to be coming on today, and they're going to read stories, and they're going to tell stories about their incredible life. This event is called the Christmas Eve Big Believe. And we are going to talk
How
about,
about show and tell?
yes, well, we are going to do show and tell as well. Would you like to begin with show and tell?
Yes. Placenta.
Who?
Placenta.
Oh, Santa's not here, my son. It's Kente.
So
This is Kente Claus.
Kente Claus.
Mm-hmm.
Who's that? Where was Santa Claus anyway?
Well, that's his business. Do you know what day it is? It's very, very busy time of year.
It's
You
almost
all know
Christmas.
my story. I have a very important job delivering toys to little girls and boys in Africa and the Caribbean.
Mhm.
Did you forget that?
Yes.
Well, you will not forget again. I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Oh.
where is the Kente in my outfit? Do you see Kente anywhere?
Yes.
And one of my friends have just arrived. My goodness, my goodness. Hello, hello. How are you?
Hello. How are you?
Your Majesty,
How's
everyone?
everyone?
Yes, Her Majesty is here. Everyone, you have to do this with your hand. I don't know what that means, but do this with your hand, everyone, and give yourself a little bow as we welcome the incredible Miss Universe of Jamaica. Oh, Deb, my goodness, hello, how are you, Queen Green?
I'm fantastic. Thank you for asking. How are you doing this fine morning?
It is a fine morning indeed. I am doing well. My friends here are just trying to find a way to we're going to do a little show and tell. And we're going to do a little show and tell as all of our friends come on. And I thought, what a wonderful time for you to come on because you have so much to show and so much to tell. Oh, Deb. But we are going to allow the kids to take the lead on this one here.
Fantastic.
Yes, children. So who's going to go
What-
first?
Me.
All right. Well, first of all, you have to say your name and say it with authority.
What's your name?
Deontay.
All right. I'll let that slide. But do you know what that means when I say it with authority? I
No.
mean, say it with power.
Yeah.
Say it with power.
Say it.
Say it with power.
No, say your name with that.
Say your name with power.
Deontay.
There you go.
All right.
Isn't that is how you should say it? I'm going to make sure I always say my name with power and authority, just like you did, son. All right. So please share with us your very minister. My goodness, the great pastor himself has joined from Atlanta. Oh, Deb. Hello, sir.
Hi.
Not you.
Hello, good morning. My name is Jimmy Smith.
He is Jimmy Smith. Yes, he is. That is my good friend from Atlanta, Georgia. See, these are all my friends who I've invited to share this special time with. So, Pastor Jimmy Smith, we have on the line here two young, brilliant minds who are just taking us through their show and tell segment. So we're just opening the things up, having a little fun because we have the young ones here, doing a little bit of show and tell. So we're all going to be responsible to show and tell something. So this gives you a moment, sir, to go into that big house of yours that you are outside of. I don't understand why you are outside your home. Did you lose your keys again, minister?
Yeah, I can't find them at all, man. I can't find.
Minister, they have keyless pad entries now where you just type in your number.
I know it's an old house. It's an
Old house. Yes. Well, the old houses are the good houses, of course. The ones that creak when the wind blows. Those are the ones I enjoy the most. Yes, sir. All right. So maybe you can, when you find your keys, you can show us your keys. But right now we have young Devontae. Is that correct? Are you going to begin?
Yes.
Show and tell. All right. So Show.
No, Deontay.
Deontay, yes, of course. So now it is your turn. You are up, sir. Share, show, and tell your toy.
I like my toy because I like Sonic. I like watching Sonic, and I like his friends. And I really like the speed of him. I really want to be like him, but I really like the speed like him.
So you admire his speed.
Yes.
Now, that speed, does he have to work to get that fast?
No.
All right. Well, you know what? Not everyone has a great gift. We're just born with a gift. Sometimes you have to cultivate a gift. Do you understand, young man? Sometimes
Yes.
God gives you a gift, but it is up to you to make that gift magnificent.
And I want toys from you.
You want toys from me?
Yes.
Well, I'm better at giving joy than toys, to be completely honest. I've specialized in making children smile. That is my gift, son. But maybe we can put our heads together, and can I send you a virtual gift? You have a Cash App. Hello, welcome. So good to have you here. Welcome to our Big Believe on Christmas Eve, everyone. Very good, very good. So we are going to begin the program in a very special way. Yes. Hello, who's all those people there? Hello, everyone. Greetings. Are you having candy already? Do you have, what is that there?
It's a popsicle.
You're having a popsicle in the morning? This is the same thing I had for breakfast. It is
That's it. Silly.
It is silly. I only do it during Christmas Eve. It is a Christmas Eve tradition. Cake and candy and popsicles in the morning. Well, welcome everyone. We are going to begin our program. So you can, if you need to put your phone on mute or your computer on mute, you may do so. If you have dogs barking, but we are going to begin. And our very, very, very special first guest is my good friend, Pastor Jimmy Smith from Effective Life Ministries out of Atlanta, Georgia, in the United States of America.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Merry Christmas. Woo!
Very good. Well, we have so many people on the call here. And before I turn it over, I'm going to open it up. Can everyone see all the wonderful people who have joined us? Can you see their faces? My goodness. There are people from all over the world, not only. So we are going to go from Buffalo to Toronto to Atlanta to Trinidad and Tobago, and who knows where else we will travel. But I welcome all my friends to this very special event. So yes, I asked my good friend, Pastor Jimmy Smith from Effective Life Ministries to join us today because it's very important that we remember the reason for the season, everyone. For those who have had an opportunity to hear me tell the story of my family, which has documented the very first Christmas in Africa, as my greatest grandfather, King Kente, followed the royal family of Joseph, Mary, and Yeshua, who we know as Jesus, followed them into Egypt and recorded all of the miracles that took place as they sought refuge. Yes, what an amazing adventure. And as I see the little babies, I think of little baby Jesus who was that age, running around in Egypt and Africa. Minister, can you imagine that?
Wow, it's amazing.
Walking along the soil and the sand of Africa, the first place that Jesus was assigned to as a little one.
Yes.
Powerful. Tell us as you prepare for your Christmas message for your congregation, minister. Tell us what is the essence of your message and what should we hold on tight to today?
Well, thank you, Kente Claus, and I appreciate you for allowing me to come on and to be here. And I want to say Merry Christmas to everybody. Just seeing everybody alive and well, seeing all of these young, beautiful faces, Seeing these beautiful Black people on here this morning is absolutely amazing. And I love what Kente Claus has brought to our imagination and to our thoughts, to see this season in its proper perspective. And what I want to put out into the minds and hearts, especially to these young babies and these young children, is that Yeshua is the reason for this season, and the love of your family, your brothers and your sisters, and your family. So many people are going through so many different emotions because they may have lost loved ones. But I just want to say, cherish one another. Cherish the moments that you have with one another. My mom
excuse me.
and
I just want to because we have the little ones, and I want them to understand what the word cherish means.
Yeah, to cherish is almost like the when he was talking about, they were talking about their toys. You know, I remember, you can have something, a toy that you just love. And, you ever had that one toy that you didn't want nobody else to play with? You didn't want nobody else to really bother because you cherished it so much?
Yes, okay.
That's how you should feel about your own family, your own mother, your father, your brother, your sister, your grandmother, especially they're still alive. Just as you cherish toys and you cherish certain foods that you like, especially like you like certain things, Jello or a piece of cake or whatever. You need to cherish these moments. And I know a lot, in talking to the kids, they're young, but they're very smart. They're very intelligent. And I want you to cherish these moments that you have. And to everybody else who's listening to me, because the times that we're in and that we're living in are much different from when me and Kente Claus were coming up in Buffalo, New York. Things have shifted, things have changed, and I'm what you call an optimistic. So I'm not a pessimistic preacher or a pessimistic person. Things have changed, but I believe also that Yeshua has a plan for our lives, and that we are a part of that plan. We are the plan, and that you can live a very successful, thriving life. But to take this time before we go into 2023 to just, kind of look and examine and see, what goals do I have? What things do I want to do? What do I want to see happen in 2023?
I wanted to just for the young people who are listening, because you use the word goals.
Yes.
Right? And it's very important that we help the young people who are here understand what a goal is, because it sounds like gold. So, all the little ones, I want you to spell the word goal with us. Are you ready? G. And you can unmute for this one, everyone.
Are you ready?
Are you ready? All the little ones. And the big ones too. G.
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 O.
O.
A.
A.
L.
L.
S.
S.
That is goals. Now, did you watch the World Cup, everyone?
Did you guys watch the World Cup?
Did anyone watch the soccer game? Well, every time someone kicks the soccer ball into the net, the announcer says, "Goal!" Everyone say, "Goal!"
Goals.
Yes. And you say it with excitement.
You guys say goal.
There's something to be excited about.
I didn't
Yes,
get
there you are. You've got it there, little one. Oh, yes. One more goal. Everyone, get it out your system. One more time. 1, 2, 3, goal!
Goals.
Right. Now, if you can go back on mute, we are going to allow the minister to continue taking the message. But I wanted you all to just focus on the word goal and understand that, yes, there you are. You've got it. See, now you've all got the goal spirit.
Yeah. Yeah.
The plan. And just like Yeshua was 13 years old or so, he said, I must be about my father's business. as a young person, he had goals. All right.
Yes.
So we have a young person here. I see his mother's here. Shuki Naylor's here with a young person who actually received the Kente Claus Imagination Award last year for his compassion, for putting together one of the most beautiful toy drives that I've ever seen. And he did so again this year. And he has goals. He's a young man with goals. So I want all you young people here to set goals for yourself. All right? Thank you. Minister, please continue with our opening prayer.
Yes, yes. So I just want to encourage everybody who's listening to set goals, to reflect, to locate gratitude, meaning to be very grateful, and to tap into the power of your imagination. A lot of these young kids have the ability to imagine, and when we get older, we kind of lose that connection that God has given us. But it's time now for you to tap into your power and to tap into your imagination and to go forth and not be limited by what's around you. Go ahead, Kente Claus.
No, sir. Please.
Yeah, and to go forth and not be limited by people, places, and things. Set those goals, set high goals, dream big, believe big, act big. Know who you are, that you are, a child of the Most High, and there's nothing that God doesn't want you to have. You can have it. You can be, do, and have all that you desire.
I love it.
Yes, sir.
Amen.
Amen. Oh my goodness. Do you see? I told you the message would be a prayer. Didn't I not tell you the message would be a prayer? The young person out of the mouth of babes. He just said, amen. Well, everyone, can we thank the Minister Jimmy Smith from Effective Life Ministries? Can we just give him a round of applause? Take off your mute and say, thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Bless you, and God bless you and your family.
You're so welcome.
We hope you find your house keys so that you can get back in your home, sir.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to see what I can make happen.
Oh, look who it is, everyone. It is author Yolanda. Yolanda Marshall, how are you?
I'm fine. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having me, Kente Claus.
Isn't this wonderful?
This is so beautiful.
It is, and the timing of this couldn't be better because everyone is locked inside their homes because of the snow.
Yes.
So we've been preparing for this virtual experience because my friends live all over the world. And so I needed to do that so that I can create a space where we all can share our Christmas cheer together. But it worked out perfectly because we all happened to be in the home. Now, everyone, we talked about goals, right? Now, one very, very worthwhile goal is to write a book and to tell a story. Oh, what a wonderful goal it is. Now, our author guest here, Yolanda, has written many books, has achieved many goals. Tell us why it was your goal to become an author.
Well, first off, I would have to say my dad really encouraged that. Well, my parents in general, because ever since I was born, they read books to me every night. And I look forward to those moments. And my dad is a musician. He's a jazz musician. And he would always play music, plays guitar. And I would come up with songs, rhyming songs, singing along with him. And I believe that practice really led me to writing poetry. Since I was 8 years old, I would write poems. And it was a regular thing. I'll just keep writing poems in my school books and I'll share it as a kid. And then I started playing the guitar and I'll make my own songs, but I love poetry. And of course, by the time I'm in university, I've accumulated hundreds of poems, so many, maybe even thousands. And I decided to create a book. And it wasn't so much a book for, I'm going to make all these sales or such. It's just to preserve my written work. So I picked about 200 of my best poems at that point to express, my life at that point in my young 20s. And that was my first journey into publishing, and that was in 2008. So let's fast forward since then. My second book I published was a children's book, and that was because of my son. So while I was pregnant, I was looking for books to represent him in a sense. And I'm not talking like a book that just has a black character on it, like, the illustration skin is black, so it'll go for him. I'm talking about characters he can relate to and feel seen in, as in he is a Kenyan Caribbean child born in Canada. So, he's gonna live in this Canadian society, and he comes home and he's enriched with so much culture. So I wanted books to take a deep dive into that. Like, what would he like for Christmas? We drink sorrel, mobby, ginger beer, we eat black cake. Some of us have pastels, gunga peas, we have curry goat, we have macaroni pie. Like, this is the reality of our homes. But there wasn't a book to depict that, to show this child that, will come home and eat these cultural dishes, and more than likely will like to share that with Santa instead of milk and cookies. And that's the reason why I write, because like my son, there are millions of children like him around the world who didn't see themselves. I grew up in a Caribbean nation, and I didn't see books like the ones I wrote. So my first one was Command's First Carnival, which was a kid attending the carnival, because I thought, what would be the first thing he'll do to really see himself in society with like a huge population celebrating this huge part of him. And it would be Carabana, because when I first came here, Carabana really reminded me, like, hey, there are many of us here and they're celebrating my culture. And I know that feeling he'll get when he really gets to digest that parade and see how big it is and how seen he feels. I know the feeling he will get. So I wrote that book because there wasn't a book like that. And of course, a piece of black cake for Santa, because instead of cookies and milk and carrots, we're eating black cake in here. So it has to be real. And so many other kids can relate to that, whether they're from Pakistan, from China, anywhere, because when I do readings for kids, I'll ask, what will you leave for Santa? And they will mention a traditional dish. And they should feel that way. They should feel connected in a sense. They're children and they believe in Santa and they want to give Santa a gift. Now, Kente Claus.
This gives me a good opportunity to let the children know what I like. Now, if Kente Claus is ever invited to your home, I love peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Yes, I do. I love peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. I love cornbread. And my favorite thing to wash it down with is Milo. I love some Milo. Indeed, indeed, indeed. We were doing show and tell before we officially began. And one of the young shared with us about Sonic that he has an incredible team. And he likes Sonic has his friends. So could you tell us about the team that you have that makes these books come to life?
Yes, well, originally when I started publishing, I was a one-woman band. So I started self-publishing on my own. But now I am traditionally published, so I do have a team behind me. And even when you're self-publishing, the first person I went to was an illustrator, because it's a picture book. So I need the picture to bring my words alive. So the illustrator is so important. And of course, I have a publisher now. I have a publisher who I consider to be an ally, because authors like myself don't often get illustrated. I mean, traditional publishing deal, especially when you're depicting this vibrant, joyful character that's born in Canada and so proud of their heritage, right? It's you find some publishers might find, well, that won't really sell, but we're here and it will. So Chalkboard is one of the allies, a small press publisher, and they now make sure the books are printed. They pay the illustrator, and that's the material you get right now. It's marketed. It's automatically in stores, in big stores.
Yes, like Target. Like Target. I seen
Like
it on
Target.
Target. My goodness, I was so happy when I saw
Walmart.
Target. Yes, and Walmart. Now, because I want the young people to understand that you just use two words that I want them to understand. The
Mhm.
illustrator and paid. Young people, come off mute, please. I want you to say these two words with me. Illustrator. Young people, where are you? I want to hear your voices. All right, good, good. So I want you to say illustrator.
Illustrator. Illustrator.
One more time, everyone together. Illustrator.
Illustrator. Illustrator.
Yes, and paid.
And
Yes, yes. And so what? So getting paid means you are given money for your talent.
screen.
All right. Now, illustrator is someone who draws the pictures.
Yeah.
Now, how many of you like to draw things? Let me hear you say, I do. Do you really? Well, that means you are an illustrator. That means you are on your way to becoming someone who helps take the vision of an author and makes it a reality. So you don't just take the pictures in your own head and draw them. You now work with someone who asks you to draw something for them and you bring it to life. Oh, Deb. Yes. Would anyone like to set being an illustrator as one of their goals? Maybe one person? Because yes. All right. Well, we can put it on the list of things that we can do and become. Right? And everyone makes a Christmas list of things that they want, right? Children, you all make a list of things that you want, right?
Hello.
Well, what I want you to do is make a list of the things that you want to be. Oh, Deb. Yes, that is a very important list. Right? So let's put down illustrator and author. Very good. Now, who is ready for story time? Me too. I'm ready. I'm ready for story time. Now, this is your opportunity, if you do not have any cookies in front of you, to get some cookies. Yes, so we can get cozy and we can listen to the story. Now, what story are you going to read for us today, author Yolanda? Oh, you are on mute, my dear.
Since it's a season to celebrate Christmas, I have two Christmas books, actually. I have Christmas elves being themselves, and I have a piece of black cake for Santa, right? I remember when Kente Claus, I just have to mention this before I start reading, Kente Claus is the first black representative of the season my son interacted with. And when he saw Kente Claus, he was like, Santa's black like me. And that I have the best picture of my son at 2 years old with Kente Claus. And I really want to thank you for that because, at 2 years old, imagine in his world, he sees books like this and he also gets to, interact, and he has, gotten the best picture ever with Kente Claus. So thank you so much for that representation. It means a lot to parents like myself.
You are very welcome, my daughter. And you know what? It is an absolute honor. And you know what? That's what it takes for us. It takes us to be allies, and it requires us for us to work together. And in the Bible it says someone plants and someone waters, and God adds increase. So your book was the plant, and me showing up was the watering, and God added to his imagination this idea that things are different and that he can think different and be different. So I am just so grateful to be able to work with you, not even knowing that we were working hand in hand to be able to stretch the imagination of the young people, right?
Yes.
Oh
yes.
my goodness. Yes, that was so special. So, so special. And thank you for that shout out. I enjoyed taking that picture so, so much. And it really was special.
So we're going to read a piece of black cake for Santa.
Okay.
Yummy.
Yes.
Yes.
This is such a beautiful book. The illustrator for this book is Ugandan and South African. My African brother, Subi Bosa, an award-winning illustrator, and it's so wonderful to work with him on this book. So we got black cake, we got a black Santa, we got a black illustrator, and a black author. A piece of black cake for Santa. So do you see the photo? Let me.
If everyone can mute their phones, please. If everyone can mute their phones and computers.
We'll see what happens.
All right. Thank you. Look at that beautiful tree.
So it's to give you a little highlight of what it's about and the kids you're going to see in here. So now let's go. And they're painting. It was the last day of school before Christmas break. Femi rushed home to see what color her mother had chosen to paint their apartment. She was delighted to see the room was a soft mint green with snow white doors. Her dad smiled and said, "It's beginning to smell a lot like Christmas." Femi laughed and replied, "Daddy, it's just fresh paint." And you see them painting in the Caribbean. This is a time of year where a lot of families paint their homes. So the scent of fresh paint at Christmas time is so nostalgic for me. Femi and her parents decorated their home. They put up blinking fairy lights, shiny garlands, and new red curtains. One by one, Mommy placed the wrapped gifts under the Christmas tree. Femi tried to guess what fun toys were hidden in them. Do you do this? I love doing that. Peeking to see what's under the tree and shaking the gifts. The following day, Femi and her dad visited Big John's Caribbean grocery store. They strolled down the aisles, gathering the items on her mom's shopping list. They picked up pear-flavored soft drinks, ham, pineapples, plantains, cheese, ginger, flour, sorrel, mauby, and various candies. Who loves going to the Caribbean store? I do. I love to support my local businesses, especially my local Black businesses. It's great for our economy. On their way home, Femi and her dad visited the park to see the Christmas festival. The choir sang Christmas carols in the snow. A young man played an African drum while children danced. Vendors sold gifts, hot drinks, and Christmas trees. Santa rang his bell and wished everyone a Merry Christmas. So you see the beating of the African drums, they're dancing, they're celebrating. There's Femi and her dad. I love holiday festivals. Femi was thrilled to see her friends Indira, Delroy, Trevor, and Marley. They found a big mound of snow and made a joyful snowman. Look at that big snowman. Wow. Parents kept a close eye on their children and chatted together. Femi and her friends had lots of fun. Some made snow angels, others enjoyed some ice skating, and everyone took photos with Santa. Who loves skating and making snow angels? I do. Marley talked about all the foods she liked eating at Christmas. My mommy is baking a black cake, she said. I can't wait to eat a big slice. Femi giggled. We all eat black cake at Christmas. Delroy asked, do you think Santa would like some of my mom's jug jug? My parents said they ate it every Christmas in Barbados. Of course he would, Femi said. I always do when I visit your home, she said, grinning. My dad will be making our traditional Christmas drink, sorrel. He will boil the red leaves and sweeten it nicely for Santa. The sorrel drink will match Santa's red suit, Marley pointed out. They all laughed. Do you think the sorrel drink will match the red suit? Because sorrel is a red drink. A healthy, natural red drink. Trevor said, I will leave a piece of black cake for Santa on Christmas Eve, but I bet my dad will eat it before Santa arrives. Everyone chuckled. My dad is a baker, so Santa will get some fresh flat bread too, said Indira. Hey, that bread would go great with my mom's Guyanese pepper pot, says Femi. My mom makes pastels, Marley said. She uses grandmother's recipe from Trinidad. It's fun to watch her wrap them in banana leaves. I'll put a bow on one for Santa. Trevor groaned. Oh, all this talk of food for Santa is making me hungry. The children all laughed and rubbed their tummies. The parents rounded the children up and everyone headed home to prepare the various traditional dishes. So as you can see, they're talking amongst each other and they're just envisioning Santa eating this black cake and drinking sorrel. I see pastels. I see fresh bread, sorrel, jug. Jug is like pigeon peas, kind of mushed together, and black cake. Wow, Santa belly's full. On Christmas Eve, all the children left food and drink on their dinner tables for Santa. On Christmas Day, the children were excited to find empty plates and cups. They messaged and called each other to share the good news. All that delicious food Santa ate the night before. Ooh. Femi watched as her mom unveiled the Christmas ham, glazed with pineapple slices. I know some of us eat that. Look at this. Femi's family and friends visited for a potluck Christmas dinner. They ate pepper pot, gonga peas and rice, roast beef, baked chicken, curry goat, macaroni pie, breadfruit pie, our oil down, pastels, callaloo, sauce, nutmeg, ice cream, and black cake. Holding their cups filled with mauby, ginger beer, and sorrel, everyone said, cheers and Merry Christmas. This is the new book called Christmas Elves Being Themselves. So I came out with this one this year because every time I walked into a store, I see a bunch of white elves and I'm like, where are the black elves? Where are the black elves? I need some black elves, right? But more so, I wanted to teach kids to be themselves. Be your loud self, be your quiet self. Just be whoever you are and don't let anyone dim your shine, okay? Your parents, your teachers, there's people around you that love you regardless. And more so, you love yourself first. So Christmas elves being themselves. May all the children around the world feel loved and celebrated, whether they are naughty or nice. Happy holidays. And look at this. Look, that Santa looks like Kente Claus.
Oh, that he does. He sure does.
And look at these elves. The illustrator for this one is Daria Lavrova. "'Twas the night before Christmas, Santa reads a story from his picture book. As the naughty elves serve the mischievous look. I know that stare, so don't you dare. Be nice this year. Christmas season is here." So he's warning them to behave because, you know, sometimes the elves just want to do little pranks and their own thing. delight in being Santa's helpers. Some even enjoy being Christmas pranksters. They do naughty things most children wouldn't dare, like hiding Santa's hats, boots, and underwear.
My
Oh,
goodness.
they hid his underwear. He's gonna go without underwear to drop
No,
presents.
I don't believe it. I thought this was a children's book.
I'll wear my purple gown fit for a queen. Excuse me, you have to wear red, white, and green. Oh no, that's not my style. I must be me, a rare elf of glorious royalty. So you see, there she is. She's like, I am not wearing this outfit that you guys all wear. You don't have to follow the crowd. You can just be you, and look how beautiful she is with her big afro and her purple gown, and they're cheering her on because she looks gorgeous. Excited about treating myself to tasty cookies while I sit on the shelf, black cake cookies and other festive munches for my breakfasts, dinners, and even lunches. So as you can see, this elf is in Monique's shop. Monique is actually the culinary chef that has all her ingredients, her recipes in my book. So I dedicated this page to her because she makes all this fun stuff, including black cake cookies. Have you had black cake and sorrel cookies? Yep, she's the person for that. And he's just gonna sit and eat all the candies because sometimes that's what we like to do, right? I love eating candies. All that holiday sugar won't work for me. You see, I prefer lots of fruits and veggies, pears, carrots, apples, spinach, and celery. I'll create all the candy canes sugar-free. So who wants sugar-free candy cane? Ugh. Chocolate-covered broccoli? No chocolate-covered broccoli? None of that stuff? Well, that's what this guy likes, all the healthy dishes. And that's okay. That's good. Although I enjoy creating holiday joy, I must travel before crafting one more toy. It's time to leave for my vacation fun, out of the cold snow, into the warm sun. So as we know, the elves are always working and making gifts. Like many of our parents are always working to pay the bills and buy us gifts. And sometimes they just need a good vacation, a good break, a good getaway, right? I can relate to this. It's a jolly time of year to feed my curiosity, a world of Christmas traditions for me to learn and to see. I'll watch diverse families celebrate and just be themselves and take notes to share with Santa as I sit on their shelves. So as you can see, instead of sitting on the shelf to see if kids are behaving bad, this elf decided, how about if I learn about how families celebrate Christmas? In Germany, they have the children going around singing carols. In Mexico, they have a celebration that includes a piñata. It's beautiful. In China, some families share peace apples. And of course, in Bahamas and Jamaica, there's an event called Junkanoo. Who've heard of Junkanoo? Junkanoo is an African Caribbean celebration. It's carnival at Christmas time. It is such a great event, and I love it. Barbados has the biggest Junkanoo celebration. And of course, our traditional families with the Christmas trees and such. So that's a good thing to do. Instead of spying for bad behavior, how about if we spy to gain knowledge? I'm the most adventurous elf of them all, sneaking into the sleigh before it's nightfall. I hope that Santa doesn't see me climbing and sliding down the chimney. So as you see this little guy, he's like, I'm just gonna sneak on that sleigh and take a ride. And look, he got caught. Look. He fell down the chimney, sneezed so hard and startled Santa. What an adventurous little guy. Santa always encourages the little elves to be their unique and merriest selves. He welcomes their differences with love, even when they hide his Christmas gloves. So look, now he doesn't have all his gloves. He has one glove.
So mischievous.
His claws don't know where it is. Look, I think they're putting it in the old
I
grandfather's
see it
closet.
there. Yes, I see them. We
See
caught
them? Yeah,
you,
they're
Elf.
sneaking
We
it.
caught you.
And look, I love the exchange of gifts. Oh, this is beautiful. They're eating cookies. And Santa is celebrating the elves, and they can be their merriest selves. And once again, Monique made a coconut sugar cake. I know a lot of us know this, or some people say grate a cake, but here's a recipe easy to make and nice to share at Christmas time to your friends, right? And a nice activity page. And one of the activity asks for you to look into the mirror and say, I love myself. Thank you so much, Christmas elves being themselves.
Well, can we all the young people, first of all, how do we thank her? Let's put our hands together and thank her. Yes, and I was just looking around and I'm missing a glove. So I think one of those mischievous elves
They took your glove.
took my glove again. My goodness. Good thing I have a spare, but it doesn't match.
You know what's so funny? In this illustration, it looks as if your gloves is in the roti
My
bowl. Check it
goodness.
out, just in case.
Just have to wear this one, I guess.
And thank you so much. And I hope I continue to produce more books where we feel seen, where we feel celebrated, and more so where we feel joy. Thank you.
My goodness, that is what each and every one of your books have done for every child that I've ever seen. Engage them. And so this is why you are one of the authors of the year for us. So we put out a list of the children authors, Kente Claus Children Authors Award, yes, awardee. So you can add that to your title. We will be sending a virtual certificate shortly, and we will be making that post online, letting everyone know that you are one of those special authors that we must rally around and celebrate, and so that we can encourage you to move forward by producing wonderful books and then movies, everyone, because that's the process. It goes from a thought to a book to a movie. Yes. Very good. Do we have any movie stars? Do we have any young people that want to set that as a goal, that they like to be in the movies, huh? Any children there? Well, very good. Everyone, please take your phones and computers off mute, and let's just put our hands together and make some noise for the impeccable, award-winning author Yolanda, everyone, please. Make some noise. Yay! Very good. I am so proud to call a friend and to invite him on this special event, none other than Buffalo Police Captain Champion.
What?
Yes, there he is, everyone.
How's it going, everybody?
Do you see him?
And Merry Christmas to everybody who's on. A lot of faces that I know over there. So happy to see you guys.
Well, you know, it's funny. I just want to make sure everyone's on mute as the captain speaks, everyone. We have Buffalo Police Department Captain Tommy Champion, and we've been talking about goals, and so I couldn't wait for you to come on because of your last name and because of the way you live your life as a champion every day. That as we were talking about goals, that I want the young people to know that they can add police officer as one of their goals. You know, Captain, we told them they can make a list of the things that they want for Santa, of course, but they also can make a list of the things that they want to be. And that is the list that I care for. That is the list that we all are most interested in, because that is when they finally when they have a goal and they have a path on where they like to go in life, it allows them to plan their life differently. So could you share with us, Captain Champion, when was it that you felt that serving and protecting the community would be your life goal?
Absolutely. So goals are so important because goals give us purpose. Goals get us from A to B, and it gives us direction in life. I've decided I wanted to become a police officer when I was in college. I was able to do a ride along with some officers over in C District at Ferry and Fillmore in my own community. And after that, I was completely hooked and I wanted to be a police officer. I was able to see officers who looked just like me serving my neighborhood. And to me, that was of the utmost importance to make sure we had representation within the police department and to make sure I could help out kids who look just like I did.
Now, did you hear that, everyone? You know, just as our author Yolanda shared with us about when her son saw me for the very first time, how it immediately something clicked in his mind that he was able to do something, that there was something new existed in his new world, where he saw a Black Claus. And so, just as you said, sir, by being that representation, by seeing that representation, that you are proving that to be a true statement.
Yes, sir. And one of the first people I met was an officer. He was a detective named Gary Teague. And he was the coolest guy ever. And he was so smart, so articulate, so well dressed. And he knew the job like the back of his hand. And everyone in the community loved him because he always looked out for people and he stuck true to his morals and his ideals. And so we really, really want to make sure that you guys understand you can be whatever you want to be. There are absolutely people like you in every field, every position that you can dream of, and you can achieve it. You absolutely can help out your community by being a representative of your community in any field that you choose.
Mike, and we talked about fields, young people, today, right? So of course there's the football field. Dep, many are going to choose the baseball field. Yes, but there are other fields that you can get paid on things to do. We talked about illustrators. Do you remember that, everyone? We talked about being an illustrator. Well, you also could be a police officer. So what we're looking to do, truthfully, as Christmas comes, and I don't know how many people have certain things on their list that are police cars, or police uniforms, or police things that are associated with police officers. But I think next year, we want to make sure that any child that wants to be a police officer, right? Or maybe wants to be in even a firefighter, that we can ensure that we get them things that can help them spark their imagination, right? Certain things like, who doesn't want a badge, right? Certain things like that can help make them feel like, there it is. See, those are the things that little children love to have, everyone. So we are going to make sure that, any of these children that are looking to serve in this capacity, that they know everything that they need to know and that they have access to people like our dear own Captain Champion. Now, having your last name as Champion, you've had to live up to that standard, sir. What is your definition of a champion?
For me, I think a champion is someone who fights for other people, who fights for other people's success or fights for other people to do well in life and to make sure they never quit. A champion can never give up. You can lose, but you can never give up. It's only temporary. You always fight forward to make progress and to help others. To me, that's what a true champion is.
Wow. Would you agree, everyone? Yes, I know they're on mute.
Yeah.
But that is the absolute epitome of a champion, sir. So you are correct. Now, there are a lot of champions in our community right now who are bracing themselves and doing their very best during these very rough conditions here, right? And we have champions in our community moving around trying to help people. But, I know you have your finger on the pulse of the community and you are watching everything. Can you give us an update for those who are around the world who may not know what's happening in Buffalo? And for those who are in Buffalo, what kind of advice can you give us so that we can make it through this storm, sir?
I think right now we're establishing as much as we can as far as resources to help people. The snow, we've got an enormous amount of snow on all the streets right now. It's impossible to drive down many of the streets. And with the snow drifts, it makes it really tough for people to move around safely. And people with medical conditions can even be challenged by the high winds that we're experiencing. So we're absolutely recommending and heeding people to make sure that they stay home, stay inside where it's safe. Do not try to drive. Make sure we discourage people from trying to drive on these roads because many people are becoming stuck and they're becoming stuck in those locations without food and warmth. and you can possibly even become sick, injured, or die in these situations. So we want to make sure we stay in the safety of our own homes. In a situation where we actually are stuck and we actually need emergency response, we call 911. Kids, anytime that you're in any sort of emergency where there's some sort of danger to your life or danger to someone else's life, you always want to dial 911, at least to let them know where you are, and hopefully emergency responders can get to you. But for the time being, with the roads as they are, even emergency responders will struggle getting down the streets. So the important thing is to make sure that we do what we need to do to make sure we stay warm, stay together with parents, make sure you're with your parents. Don't go far. Even if you go outside of your house just to shovel or play around, make sure you don't go very far from your parents where they can see you, because some of the snow has accumulated even higher than some of our children are. So you want to make sure that you're seeing where your children are, you don't lose track of them in these conditions. Another thing is residents can sign up to text Buffalo Alert, which gives weather updates throughout the day. They can text at 38276. They can sign up for that texting. It's Join Buffalo Alert 38276, and that's given by the city of Buffalo to give you minute by minute updates of what's going on throughout the city of Buffalo. But as of right now, we absolutely recommend people stay indoors. Please don't go outside. Please don't try to travel any distance right now. It's incredibly tough, and it leads to all sorts of bad situations. It makes it tough for emergency vehicles to get down the street when we've got so many vehicles blocking those driveways and those throughways. So please make sure everyone stays inside.
Right. Well, because my question was, when can we go out and make snowmen? Right? Like, let's turn the snow into a positive, and let's have some fun and make some angels. But as he said, the snow is so high, parents. All right. It is so slow, and the wind is so vicious. So, of course, I don't think we are ready to go out and enjoy the snow, but soon we will be able to have lots of fun with the snow. But I want all the children to come off of their mute, because I want them to repeat something with me. So, children and Captain Champion, children, are you there?
Yes.
All right. So Captain Champion told us three digits, three numbers that are very important, that can save the life of your loved ones. And okay? Those three numbers. And I want us to all say those numbers again together. Are you all with me, young people? Are you there with me?
Yes.
All right. So all right. So if there's an emergency, I need everyone to act like they pick up a phone. Everyone pick up a phone.
Pick up your phone.
Does everyone have their phone? Do they hear a dial tone? Yes. Now that you have the phone and you hear a dial tone, what are you going to press? What is the first number you press for help?
Yeah. But me.
9,
9,
1,
1,
and 1.
1.
That's right.
And 1.
All right, everyone, you got it? You pick up the phone, listen for the dial tone, and dial 911. All right? And someone is going to help. All right, everyone? Do we have that clear? Because you can be a hero. Even though you are a young child, you can be a hero. All right? And we want you to know that. We want to activate the champion in you. We want to activate the hero in you, because you can save the day.
Absolutely.
It's all about being able to be prepared and how you handle a situation. And today we are preparing you for any situation, young people. Right. So I want to thank our very dear Captain Champion for coming on this very special call, being a champion to our community. And I look forward to next year.
Mr. Champion.
Thank you. Did you hear that?
Thank you, man.
Yes, of course. And it's very important that we work together with our police officers and we respect them and we appreciate the work that they do. The Shop with a Cop initiative this year was just as successful as it has been for years upon years, sir. So could you tell us a little bit about how a young person could hopefully shop with a cop next year?
Absolutely. They can reach out to their nearest district station house or call police headquarters at 851-4444. Many of the Shop with a Cop families are referred to by our police officers who actually meet people on their calls, and they refer those over to me, and we try to add them to our Shop with a Cop program based on need. So our Shop with the Cop program is a great opportunity for us to shop with the families, engage with the youth, and help provide for families who sometimes are struggling throughout the holiday season. So it's a great time for all, and we're very, very happy that it was successful this year. We were able to help out 34 youth this year, 34 youth. So we're very proud of that. And each of our district station houses have also done toy giveaways and Christmas giveaways to families this year. So we're very, very happy with that. And we very much want to help our communities out because we are part of the community and not just people working in the community. We very much see ourselves as part of it, and we're proud to represent the city of Buffalo.
Wow, wasn't that wonderful, everyone? My goodness, hands together again, everyone, for our captain, the captain of Buffalo Police Department, Captain Tommy Champion, a true champion of the people. I look forward to next year visiting these precincts, visiting these brave and courageous police officers across the city of Buffalo, and helping invite the community in as we build bridges between our police department and our community. Sir, we salute you. We appreciate you from the bottom of our heart, and we wish you the merriest of Christmases.
I wish you the same, Kente Claus. Thank you, everybody. Happy holidays. Happy Kwanzaa. Merry Christmas to you all.
Thank you, sir. My goodness, that was absolutely wonderful. Can you actually hold up that badge again? Champion, I just want a picture. I want a picture, everyone. We're going to take a picture. There he is. 3, 2, 1. Good. Very good. Thank you, sir. All right. It is time. I'm just going to check because it is time for us to sing. Thank you very much. I'm going to now. Oh, there he is right there, everyone. See him with his badge. All right. So I'm going to now. How's everyone doing? I want to hear how everyone is doing, everyone. Is everyone ready to sing our first song? Who's ready to sing our first song? We need everybody on board for this one. All right, everyone. Now, before we sing our song, there's some things we have to do. Of course, first of all, we have to warm up our throats. I'm going to ask Limbo Mom. Do you see her there? Limbo Mom, Sherry, the singing sensation. Greetings. I think you're on mute, my dear. I thought you were going to be at the beach.
No beach today.
But you could beach if you wanted to, correct?
I could go to the beach if I want to. Yes, I can.
You are so fortunate. What beach exactly would you be going to?
Maracas, Las Cuevas, or Blanchiches Beach. They're all beautiful.
And just help people understand where those beaches are.
It's in the north.
No, but what country?
There. So it's like a whole chain and it's beautiful.
In what country, my dear?
I'm in Trinidad and Tobago. Well, I'm in Trinidad, but it's, see how nice and sunny it is?
You say them together. Yes, you say them together. Everyone, did you hear that? She's calling us from Trinidad and Tobago, but she's in Trinidad right now.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness. I've tried to tell them that I have friends from all over the world that'll be joining me, and you have proven it.
Yes.
You have proven it.
Yes.
Trinidad and Tobago has so many wonderful ways to celebrating Christmas. And actually, one of our so everyone, we have someone who is multi-talented. Can everyone say multi-talent? Can everyone say multi-talent?
Multi-talent.
Yes, very good. Multi-talent means you have more than one talent. And so many of you have great talents. Hello, Miss Newton. Welcome. So glad that you joined us. Yes. So
hello.
Yes, so she has multiple talents, and so many of you have multiple talents. And it is very important for you all to figure out how to cultivate those talents.
Yes.
Right? So that you can actually get paid. We use the word paid today. We introduced the young people to the word paid today. Yes. So it's important for you to cultivate your talents and be able to use them as a way to express yourself. And you, Sherry, the singing sensation, are also a sensation. You've made up your own pepper sauce.
Oh, yes.
Now,
I did.
does anyone like pepper sauce? Does anyone like hot sauce?
The kids wouldn't.
Oh my goodness. They eat hot Fritos. Have you not seen them eat hot Fritos?
It's
They
a
won't
different
eat it
hot.
unless
It's a
it's hot
different
or
heat.
sour.
It's a different heat. Don't worry.
Oh, it's a real heat. It's authentic heat. It's a Caribbean heat.
Authentic heat. Yes.
It is. It is.
It's an island heat.
It's an island heat indeed. But they were talking about pastels as well.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
The author Yolanda shared with us about pastels. And so I thought, I thought of you the minute she mentioned pastels.
Me too. I was listening to her, and most of the stuff that she was talking about. Let me put on my my Caribbean, my Trinidad accent for you guys,
yes,
right?
Bring it
if you can't understand me,
bring it now.
If you can't understand me, let me know, and I'll Americanize it.
Turn it all the way up. Turn it all the way up. 10 up to 10.
But when I was listening to the author, and what she was talking about, the pastels and the fruit cake and all of that stuff, and that is exactly what I'm doing. I'm experiencing all these things that was in her book, right now, because I haven't been home in like 21 years. So it's like a whole new, like it's just bringing back childhood memories of when my mom and dad used to be baking, the fresh bread, the sweet bread, the black cake. We have friends that makes the pastels. I can't personally make it just yet, but it is so delicious. I had one a few weeks ago at the Parang. Right? Parang is like the music they use here. We don't we listen to the traditional ones as well, but Parang is like Spanish. It's in Spanish, and it's like a whole different kind of beat, and it just rings out. It just makes you feel so Christmassy, Christmas is around the corner once you're here in Parang, once you're smelling. And of course, as she mentioned also, a lot of people here that's just does paint their homes. Every year they paint. So wherever you go, fresh paint is in the air. They paint their balconies, their homes, their everything. And they change their curtains. Hello. So we paint our homes, and then we change curtains. Some of us put up balloons. We used to put up balloons a long time ago. I don't know if we just still do it here, as I think, but I will be observing.
And you will be singing. I'm sure you'll be singing.
And what they don't really do anymore.
Well, I'm sure you'll also be singing, my dear.
Oh, yes. So yes, I did a couple concerts since I'm here, and also my right. Okay, no problem.
Well, and tell us a little bit. So we just talked about the cooking because I had to touch on that. And I also wanted to send a big shout out to my friend, Eat Famous, who shared information on this event on his page, and we're looking forward to talking to him about Christmas restaurants and recipes and things like that. But I wanted to give him a shout out, wish him the very best. He's getting better, and we just wish him very best just in time for Christmas, so he's not under the weather during Christmas time. But so we had to address food. So that conversation, sir, was for you and for our author. Now we're speaking to you, Sherry, because you sing and dance with so much passion and so much love. Now, I just want to acknowledge the group that I've seen you perform with, and the young, brilliant young man. Tell me about that group and that young man, please.
Oh, yes. The group is called Caribbean Extravaganza. It's my family band. So when I left Trinidad, like in 96, I came up to perform with them, and I've been with them ever since. I've been to Korea, they've been to Japan, the Middle East for 6 years. We played for the Sheikh himself at his palace and all of that. A very good exposure, good things that we had, opportunities that we had. So and also as we go along, a lot of family members has passed through Caribbean Extravaganza, leader being Paul Ferret and his manager Bob Diaz. They're brothers, and they're also the sons of Cyril Diaz, who started Caravana in Toronto years and years and years and years ago. So they're very famous. Their father was very famous in the islands back in the days. But yeah, so they started their own band. I came up, and the youngest member, which is the son of Mr. Paul, he started off when he was like 2.5, 3, being interested in the steel drum and whatnot. So he was practicing. He get up faithfully every morning and go straight to the steel drum and practice, and it really pays off. Now he's really, 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 really good, and we love having him around. We love having him, playing for us and backing us up and everything like that. Because I'm very particular with my who's backing me. So he passed the test. Also being a family as well. So. We also have my son plays the steel drums and sing. And of course, my daughter, the Limbo Queen, that has 3 Guinness World Records, has passed through that band as well. So Caribbean Extravaganza has really helped out a lot of people, a lot of family members, and, a lot of normal, friends that passed through with talent that wanted to, have a platform to show their talent. We open up, that opportunity for them.
Well, you know what? I'm so glad you brought up your daughter, the Limbo Queen, our dear Shamika, who has 3 Guinness World Records. Everyone, does anyone know what limbo is? I want the young people to know. Does anyone know what limbo is? I want to hear from the young people's voices. Does anyone know what limbo means? No? All right. So I'm going to show you how to limbo. Here we are.
Don't break your back, Santa. Kente Claus.
Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm not. Okay. So this is limbo, everyone. Can you see the pole? Can everyone see the pole?
I can't.
Yeah.
All right. So this is limbo. Hold on. Here we are. Ready? You have to put your whole head underneath the pole like this.
Oh my God.
And you can't touch it.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Hey, I did it!
Yay!
I did it, everyone! I bend the rules a little bit. I did bend the rules a little bit because I lifted the pole up a little bit. So I didn't do it, but that is the object, everyone. So you could practice limbo later, and you could use a string. Use a string, or you could have your family hold broom, each side of a broom or a mop, and everyone can practice limbo. And you have to go and you heard the song, How Low Can You Go? Yes. Everyone.
How low can you go?
How low can you go?
How low can you go? Yeah.
So yes, so incredible family. And now you have put out an incredible, music for Christmas season.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about your album, please.
But it's called The Many Moods of Christmas by Sherry D, Sherrie, and D as in Dennis. And you can download it from iTunes, Apple Music, Pandora, Spotify, all these things. You can go and download it. That would be great. That will help me out, and that you can hear it's called The Many Moods of Christmas because I did it in different, I did reggae, I did soca, some I did, a little bit of, I try to touch on a little bit of everything. So, everybody will have a preference of what kind of music they like. And I try to accommodate that as I did my thing. I did it with Uncle Bob in his studio. So that was a really interesting, bonding time and session. I love doing it. And it's been doing good so far. So you all are welcome to go on there and download it and enjoy, rock out to it.
So we're going to try out Jingle Bells, but everyone needs to get a jingle bell. Does everyone have bells at home they can grab? Can anyone grab their bells? So we have to warm up with Jingle Bells, and we get to do so with the one and the only Sherry. All right. My goodness. I just seen a face pop up and a name pop up. My goodness. Yeah, are you in your gym, sir?
I am.
My goodness. Yes. There you are, everyone. A true champion for the culture. The mighty Gary Hines himself from Sounds of Blackness. And what a beautiful time, because we, in fact, are getting ready to sing and share this incredible song called Jingle Bells that Sherry has put her Caribbean vibes to. And we need all the children and all the voices to sing along with us. And of course, we are going to hear from Mr. Gary Hines, who has joined us from Sounds of Blackness. He has a wonderful, many wonderful songs. And tonight they are going to be taking over TV. That's right. Tonight and tomorrow with a very special gospel performance and presentation show. And so we want to make sure everyone's ready, tuned in to watch their special holiday performance and program later on today and tomorrow. And then of course, we are going to practice caroling with our friends from the Hill family. So we are now going, since we're talking about believing in ourselves, we want to hear from Our Majesty, Miss Universe Jamaica, if we can. Oh my goodness, there she is. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming here. We actually also have, I just saw that we actually have Miss Newton here. Hold on. Yes, Miss Newton. All right. Miss Newton is only available till 1 p.m. So I'm going to introduce Miss Newton as well. 1 second, because this is a perfect combination of two incredible stories. Yes, there she is right there. There she is. Hold on. Add pin. And I love to put powerful people together. Just that image there alone of you two women next to each other, this virtual Zoom here, is truly special. And so I wanted to find a way to be able to connect your stories. Now, if I may ask Miss Newton, Miss Arthur, are you there? Akila Newton? Yes, everyone. So
Unmute yourself.
Hello, good afternoon.
There she is, everyone, from Big Dreamers. And as we're talking about a big dreamer. And so I want you to see the definition, children, of a big dreamer. And there she is, Miss Shannon Green, Miss Universe Jamaica 2021. It is tell us a little bit about this big dream that you had, that the crown would be yours one day, Miss Green.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. As Kente Claus said, my name is Shannon Green, Mrs. Universe Jamaica 2021. And first of all, Kente, I just want to say this call is absolutely amazing. The stories, the smiles that it just brings to my face, just hearing how everybody celebrates. And Limbo Mom, I was dancing when you were singing, even though my camera wasn't on. So
thank you.
Just so you know. But I feel, Kente, every little girl growing up, I believe once we're all little, we all dreamed about being a princess or a queen, because of the stories we read or some of the images that we saw on TV and just what we wanted for ourselves in life, right? And then for myself, making it to the international stage to represent Jamaica most of all was an amazing opportunity that came across, and it actually changed a lot of things in my life today and in my journey. I started this journey out one way, and I had to make a large decision, I would say, to go to Jamaica. Sorry, not go to Jamaica. I competed in South Korea. And in South Korea, I competed against 110 women. And I was only one person there that was from the Caribbean out of 110 women. And out of colored women, there was only 5 women out of 110. So what that left me with was we had no representation on that platform. And what that did for me, I came back here and I created a platform for myself called Caribbean Pageants. And what I do there is I want to bring together everybody across the Caribbean, across the world who is from the Caribbean, to give them a platform to share their voice, because everybody has a story. We all have a story. Everyone on this call has a story. Whether we dream about it or talk about it right now, we still dream. And as you said, Akila, she's a bit from Dreamers. Like, it all resonates. Everything that we've been talking about on this call today, I see that there was one common theme: working as a team or goal setting. And it just tied in with everybody from Deontay speaking about his Sonic toys to Pastor Jimmy talking about teams and goal setting. And then you had Mr. Champion, who's keeping everybody there safe in Buffalo throughout the holidays, right? And then Yolanda, her reading her story just kept a big smile on my face because I just wanted to run upstairs and grab my black cake and start eating it right now. So it's just so amazing to be on this call with everyone today and hear about everything. And thank you for giving me the opportunity to be here with you guys, Kente, to share my story.
Well, your story is not complete yet, my daughter. Do you remember, or what do you recall, or what do you know is most special about Christmas in Jamaica?
Family, most of all. But I remember every year when my parents used to bring us back to Jamaica, I remember my mom always saying, we got to go before a certain time. And that time was before tonight. So there was always Grand Market night. And what happens on Grand Market night, it's just like a big community celebration. Everybody's in the market selling toys, decorations, whatever it may be. And then you have the Yolanda, she touched on it as well while she was speaking, the Junkanu, where, you know, the paraders come out, they do a parade in the street, all the families are out, you can walk past the churches, you hear Christmas carols, and you hear the carols, or you just hear traditional carolers going on. And then the difference I believe from the Jamaica celebrations to here being in Canada right now is everybody grows up in the same house basically. So you don't have to ask, oh, which house are we going to celebrate at this year? Who's cooking dinner? Who's doing this? Who's doing that? You know, once you wake up on Christmas Day, everybody is there. All the food is there, from all the traditional dishes. You have the oxtail, curry goat, rice and peas. You wake up to a Caribbean breakfast, a fried dumpling and cabbage, ackee and saltfish, whatever it may be. And then it's just almost like, even though we know we eat these foods on a daily basis, but when it comes to Christmas Day and you see all the food on the table, it just makes it look so much sweeter and so much. Am I right or am I wrong?
You're wrong, and just the fact that all your family is there together, that's that good feeling that, hey, all of us together, we're gonna eat together. It's like surreal. I love it.
It's just a great time, and for everybody to come together, share their goals into the new year, enjoy each other's times, talk about what happened throughout the year. And I know Limbo got started, but also in Jamaica we do the same thing: clean up the house, get rid of any garbage, paint, change curtains, everything, right? We want to step into the new year fresh, and new. So it's traditions all around the world are similar within the Caribbean.
There they are, everyone. So these are the toys that have captured the imagination of girls and boys all over the world, and that we want to make sure that we send as many as possible to all of the islands we talked about today, to the countries in Africa that I represent, such as Ghana, and we talk about Egypt. But that one Naomi there, I think Naomi is going to take a journey in life like our dear friend here, Miss Green. And I would love to see you and Miss Green work together so that her story of being this representation of our people, of our culture in the world stage, and to transform her life into what it is today, where she is wearing sashes and crowns. I think that is a movie in the making. And I believe I see Naomi taking that step, taking that step. So I wanted just to connect you two, because I see Naomi as being, this a grand winner of the biggest pageants in all of the world, because she is so beautiful. So please tell us what came first, Akila. Was it the books or was it the toys?
So the books came first. My journey began in 2018 when I self-published and co-wrote my first book Big Dreamers, the Canadian Black History Activity Book for Kids, Volume 1. And that book came about because I was doing a lot of work in schools with my twin brother, and we were creating presentations that were specific to Canadian Black history. And the book really resonated, and schools across Canada were buying copies for their students. And there was such a demand that a volume 2 came out in 2020. And from there, what started as just a side project has now evolved into a full-scale production and publishing company that produces games, toys, stickers. We even have crayons. So it's nothing that I, could have ever imagined. But once the first book came out, I dreamt big, and now my dreams are coming to life.
Oh my goodness, they are coming to life, and there's such a ripple effect. Your products are so cool. I actually wanted to pin so bad. I wanted to wear one of my pins here on my suit, that Big Dreamers, because that is what it takes, everyone. Your brain is big, the world is big. There's no reason why your dreams are not going to be big, everyone. All right. And so for all the young children who have their favorite toy, you have a favorite toy, you have a favorite character, because someone decided to dream big. Someone decided to take the idea in their mind and their heart and their soul and to manifest it. And this is what I want the young people to take out of the Christmas Eve Big Believe, that the one thing you believe most in is yourself and your dreams. And so who better to take us along this big dreamer journey than you, Miss Newton. So you're going to also read us a book. My goodness, I'm so excited. Which book will you be reading for us today?
So this is my latest book. It's called Noel, and it's about a beautiful young Black boy who dreams of being Santa Claus. And he's met with jeers by his classmates because they don't feel that Santa can be Black. So he goes on to forge his own legacy and becomes known to the world as Noel. So this book just came out a month ago. So it's a short read. It's a rhyming, full color illustrated book. So I'm going to read this book to everybody.
Oh, we're so happy. Is everyone ready?
Yes.
Yes.
And I just want you to say that, notice that his name is Noel. And everyone that has your names, your name is special. And your name could be your access and the key to the journey of your life, to open up doors of your life. So your name, you have to understand your name, because look at that. His name is Noel, and he dreams to be Santa. Isn't that wonderful? Very good. Go ahead, my daughter.
All right. This is the story of a remarkable young boy. His name is Noel, and he loves spreading joy. December is his favorite month of the year. This is when he spreads lots of Christmas cheer. He wants to be just like his hero, Santa Claus, for very good reasons, not for the applause. At school, he was asked to write a Christmas list. Noel was thrilled because his list had a twist. His list didn't include a toy, book, or game. It only included a very well-known name. In front of his class, Noel stood tall and proud. "I want to be like Santa Claus," he said out loud. Some classmates laughed and yelled, "Santa's not Black." He was shocked. His dream didn't deserve an attack. Noel went home with tears streaming down his face. His mom was worried and gave him a loving embrace. He explained to his mom what his classmates had said. She was sad and stunned. She just shook her head. "Son, some people see life with very few colors. They see things one way and can't imagine any others. One of your superpowers is your beautiful Black skin. Be brave, be bold. Now pick up your chin." Their words will hurt, but you have to stay strong. One day they will see what they missed all along. With his mom's words replaying in his head, Noel looks forward to the future ahead. New books for school libraries and baskets for food banks. Gifts for seniors to give love and say thanks. As he got older, these are a few things that he would do. He felt great helping others around him. Wouldn't you? His plans got bigger and continued for years. He inspired many people, including his peers. Your skin color, gender, religion, or weight should not be a factor to determine your fate. Christmas is a time to spread peace, love, and joy, just like this story about a determined young boy. Dream big and work hard like Noel had to do. He achieves his goals and you can too. And that's the end.
That was beautiful.
That was
Thank
wonderful.
you. Thank you.
How long did that take for you to put together?
It actually only took me about a day to write the story.
Wow.
Then my dear friend Danielle Muriel Cox illustrated it, and she's illustrated all of my books. She's helped design all of my products. So the illustration process took probably about 2 months. She didn't do it full time, but she'd spend a few hours a day working on it. So I'd say in total 2 months. So this project was started several months ago and was released in November.
My goodness, that was wonderful. I love
Wow.
the time. I love the story. I love the perseverance. It's really everything we talked about today. You know, as we were talking about the definition of a champion, and we were talking about what it means to chase after your goals and your dreams, that you have to, and even as Sherry shared with us, that you have to believe in yourself. Believe in God, believe that God has given you a gift. He has put you here in a place, in a position for a purpose. Yes.
Absolutely.
And
If
Noel,
you
yes, of course. Go ahead.
Yes, basically, I was going to say, if you can dream it, you can achieve it. So this is a story that basically encourages kids to chase after their dreams and to never give up on their dreams.
My goodness. Well, I am truly inspired. I feel like I need to create some new dreams and expand. You have all pushed me to even bolder today. And that was the idea. And you know, if you do something and you don't get something out of it, what is the purpose? And you've all inspired me to think of, you know, which countries and which villages do we need to send these products to? And that's the whole point, is for us to put together our resources.
Everywhere.
Yes, everywhere. Because, you know, as I travel and I see all of your gifts and all the things that you have, and I see how fortunate the children are in North America that they have these things here. And you know, parents can go and they can meet the authors and get the books, but they're not accessible in the islands. They're not accessible in the continent. And it's my job to identify these products that are filled with inspiration and power and joy and hope, and get it to those children of the diaspora. And so I hope to be able to work with you all in the future and being able to get those books in libraries in Ghana and get your everything. And even Sharon Mitchell, she's been in the chat, very active throughout our big Christmas Eve, Big Believe. And she said she even makes dolls. So I don't know, my dear, if you could show us some of your products, but we'd be more than happy to see it. Feel free to share it in the chat. And everyone that has something to share, please share it with the chat so that we can all share that information. Now, the good news is that as soon as we are done here, we have some videos of some of our guests that are being produced, and it's going to be merged into our Christmas Eve Big Believe. And we're going to do a little editing, and we're going to do our best to get it out to the public as soon as possible, because we believe that this is something that the entire world could benefit from, to see so many different faces in so many different places. Yes, of course. All ambassadors of Christmas and of our culture. And I am so grateful for you all. So we also, and as I promised, it is Christmas Eve. It is the night before Christmas, right? So it is fitting that we do go about that there, but I will even add that to the segment later. So I wanted to thank you so much again, Ms. Newton. Congratulations on being Toy Manufacturer of the Year. Now, do you have any business partners? Do you have anyone else that you work with and put these incredible things together?
No, I own the company by myself, and apart from a few part-time consultants who help me, it's a one-woman show.
That's wonderful.
Well,
Yeah.
I've heard that word before.
Powerful is a woman.
I think I heard Yolanda mention being a one-woman band or something of that nature. So I know it takes, one of my favorite quotes, everyone. I love history and I love quoting the historical intellectual leaders and revolutionary leaders of our culture. And so one person that I like to quote is Frederick Douglass. And Frederick Douglass says, me plus God equals a majority. That's what he says. He says, me plus God making a majority, which is saying that all I need is God with me.
Yes.
And we are the majority. We turn the tables. No matter how many people in the room are against me, me and God, we walk in a room and we are the majority. So
yes,
I am so proud. That makes what you've done even much more impressive, to be completely honest. And this is why it's important to take time to learn of our stories, to get the behind the scenes a little bit, so that the young people can know that, listen, sometimes you just have to keep pushing and doing. So we were talking about the meaning of names, right? We're talking about the meaning of names. Does anyone know the meaning of their names? Like Akila, do you know what the meaning of your name is?
Yes, so my name means intelligent one who reasons.
And do you see, as before she began, we talked about Noel and we said the power of a name and how a name can lead you into a certain direction. And look at that. Here we are, you're sitting there, owner of your own company, very successful, award-winning company. And your products have just transformed Christmas, first of all, and transformed Black history and the way our children learn. My goodness, I am so grateful to meet you and for your products. So please tell us in closing, because we know you have to go.
Yes.
Please, if you can just close. Just show us your toys. I need to get a picture of you holding your beautiful Naomi and Sean, and just tell us why Naomi and Sean for names, first of all.
Because these dolls are actually based off of my niece and nephew, and their names are Naomi and Sean. So I wanted them to have dolls that look like them. So then, they can go on in 10, 20 years from now to create their own products, hopefully, because they didn't have dolls that looked like them for so long. So I wanted them to have this so they could carry it with them through life.
Well, I must say, Sean has a very fresh fade.
He does.
That's fresh. No, that is a fresh fade.
I love them.
Yeah, and Naomi's got her Afro puff.
And show her Kente. Can you show her very slight Kente pattern? I mean, it's slight. But it's there.
It is based off of the Kente cloth, though.
Yes, I know. It is. Yeah. It's almost there, but it's there. You can tell it's very faint. And do you see the dream big there on Sean's coat?
And on Naomi's.
Okay.
Kente, before Akila goes, I feel like we need to bring all these products together, and next Christmas we have a Christmas toy drive and distribute these toys to the community.
Yes, they are. So congratulations again, Akila, for becoming the Kente Claus toy manufacturer of the year for 2022, 2023. And we have big plans on getting that toy as far, as wide as we can go.
Oh, I love that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Merry Christmas, my dear, and thank you for joining the Kente Claus Christmas Eve Big Believe. And I'm going to ask us to just do one more We Wish You a Merry Christmas together. This moment here during the Kente Claus Christmas Eve Big Believe is in honor of a saint who has gone to live with our ancestors, Carol, a very dear, sweet woman who made Christmas her business and made the children her priority. And so we acknowledge her life by putting our voices together and becoming the Kente Claus Christmas Carolers in honor of Carol Hill. So everyone, we're going to need the lead. Now, Sherry, you know the song. We want you to put your vibe to it.
All right.
All right, here we are. So everyone together, it's going to be like a cappella. So get ready.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Great tidings we bring to you and from good tidings for Christmas and a happy new year.
Of course, big time. And of
Merry
course,
Christmas!
and of course now, the chorus with everyone's loudest voice, the chorus. Here we are.
Come
Akila,
on,
you're
Kente.
just smiling. I see you, you're just smiling. Miss Bree, here we are, everyone. Just the chorus here on three. 1, 2, 3. We wish you a Merry
Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Is that Hakeem Hill?
It is Hakeem Hill.
Hakeem Hill is here, everyone. Everyone's saying Merry Christmas. They know the story. They know who Carol Hill is, and they understand that they have just been participated in the very first Kente Claus Christmas Carolers in honor of Carol Hill. And we're going to make this thing big, 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 especially for the Hill family as they celebrate a mighty woman who made Christmas her business. Could you tell us a little bit, please, Mr. Hill, a little bit about what you remember, how your mother, Carol Hill, served the community during Christmas?
Well, Christmas was everything. She would go to local vendors, small and large, from mom and pop stores to even Walmart. And Walmart one year, I think last year, gave $10,000 worth of Christmas presents and groceries to different families that she distributed, through communities that were in need. And that's just who she was, especially around this time of year. If nobody was going to go without a gift, and nobody was going to need, nobody was going to have a want, especially around the holiday season, because, it really was planted and rooted deep within our heart. Christmas was always special to her, and she made it special for everyone who was around her.
So, and so the question is, when someone like that leaves a legacy, what are we to do, Mr. Hill? What are we to do to fill that legacy? Because those families are still in need.
The families are still in need. And you just continue to fill the gap. Like that's it. You continue the work. This Thanksgiving, which was one of her visions as well in this holiday season, we gave 300 turkeys, 300 turkey dinners away. That was one of her visions, and we kept that going this year. We kept the toy drive going this year during Christmas. You just continue the work. When somebody plants a seed that becomes a tree and that tree becomes an orchard, well, if when it gets to us, all our job is to make sure we tend the orchard and water the trees and make sure that the fruit gets picked and distributed, well, then that's our job, and we'll man our post and continue to work.
Wow, that was amazing. That was an amazing analogy. Do you hear that, everyone? He said it's our job, once the seed is planted and the seed takes root and the tree is formed and the fruit comes out, then it is our job to make sure the fruit reaches to the people and that that fruit doesn't fall to the ground and waste. Yes. And then find different things to do with the mango, right? Yes. Mango chips, mango strips, mango dips, mango drinks, right?
Mango jam. Yes.
There you are. You are. There's so much to do with mango. And so it's our job to use the gift God gave us to be as creative as we can be with these legacies that have been left behind for us to tend to. Now, so a lot of people are experiencing grief. And, we're ending on this note because we are a village, we are a family, and we want to address all the different experiences that we have as a village. And the grief part is something that we kind of overlooked. And we tell everyone to have a Merry Christmas. And then we go back and there's that void in our heart. And so, brother, I just would like to ask you, as someone who has endured the transition of this giant of a woman, not just to the community, but as a mom, what can people do who are experiencing their first Christmas without that matriarch or patriarch in their family? What is something that you have done or that you can advise others on how they can get through this this time?
Enjoy the things that they loved. Enjoy the things that they loved. I never made a sweet potato pie until my mother passed. But, now that she's gone, I learned the recipe. I pulled out the recipe that she left for my bride, and we followed the directions. We made it together, and we're going to continue.
Wow.
Carol Hill every year. And remember, even if it's just a sweet potato pie or a special dish or a song or a movie that she liked during the holiday season, keep that spirit of the things that they loved alive in you, because when you hear that song, when you put that fork full of sweet potato pie in your mouth, when you have that dish, when you watch that movie, it's almost like you can close your eyes and they're right there next to you.
Sir, the wisdom that you have just shared with us and for the rest of the world, those who watch this Christmas Eve Big Believe, is so profound. And God has definitely equipped you with the wisdom needed to navigate during these difficult times. And I believe the simple response, such practical advice that anyone can walk in those footsteps, follow those directions, just like that sweet potato pie recipe. And if you follow those simple steps, just some potatoes, some sugar, I'm sure lots of butter, because butter makes everything better. If you ask,
some cream.
Simple ingredients, everyone. So Christmas is about the simple ingredients. And believing is about the simple steps. All right, everyone. So thank you so much for sharing the story of your beloved mother, the giant, the queen of the hill, Carol Hill. And thank you for all the first Carol Hill carolers who joined us today, and everyone that participated and stayed on this call. I appreciate you all tremendously, and I'll be praying for you. And remember the reason for the season, little baby Yeshua, the light of the world, and we are children of light. So continue to shine bright and believe big. God bless you all.
God bless you.
Great.
Thank you so much, everyone, for sharing your experiences, sharing that with the world. But together it's special. Most importantly, you all are great believers in yourself and big believers in Christmas, of course. And that's what the Christmas Eve Big Believe is all about. So thank you so much for joining today. I appreciate it. It was wonderful. I think I'm the host of this event. I think I'm the host. As your host is an honor. I've never done such a thing before, but you know what? I see TV production. I see this being a very, very big deal here coming up in the future. I think this is a wonderful way to celebrate the season and our culture with those who have made a difference every day of the year. So we celebrate you every day in every way. Merry Christmas and God bless you.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. You did a great job. We're proud of you. Thanks for bringing us together, Kente Claus.
This was
Thank
so
you.
amazing. I really loved it.